Namaste, my brothers and sisters, and welcome to Namaste Today in the Zodiac weather. My name is Stepº29. Witecki. I am the sensei to Sirius joy, here to help you stand in your heart and march in the light. Today is Hump Day. It's Wednesday, October 22nd, 2014. And ironically, today will feel like one gigantic hump. Perhaps a big transverse wave heading right for you, vibrationally. And today, it is up to us to surf that wave to the best of our ability. Thus, this awesome picture of someone in the water. So today, step 29 rules the day. And step 29 is the Grand Master step. I think that step 29 is really basically a note that the universe tends to hit. This is kind of a major Om sort of note, where all the energy vibration is all involved at once. The entire symphony stands up. The entire chorus of the earth stands up and sings. So if we were all in a musical, which is kind of the goofy way I think about life, this is the scene where everybody sings. Everybody gets up and everybody sings. So it's going to be a very passionate day. And how we manage our passion is going to determine how we surf or don't surf today. So before we dive into the complexities of surfing today's 29-degree synergy wave, let's first tame our brain with the phrase of the day. I surrender to the passion of the moment. I surrender to the passion of the moment. I surrender. So if you think you're going to be able to manage the passion, that's not how today works. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. I'm watching too many commercials. But you surrender to the passion. In other words, we're going to let the passion rule us today. We're going to let the passion take over. You'll see why in the Sensei Sunrise, why you have to let the passion take over. If you spend the day fighting the waves, you're going to end up being in the wrong place at the wrong time and not enjoying your day. So I surrender to the passion of the moment, and so it is. Today, step 29 rules the day, the final step of Libra. The reason why it's so intense is because we take emotions, step 2. We take ego, or I act, step 9. And this actually adds to 29, which then boils down to an 11, right? So this is an I become. We become what it is we want to manifest. And sometimes we become a monster. Sometimes we become a saint. It depends on how we manage our emotions today. But today we become, that is what we want to come to us. So today the moon is in Libra, which is very flexible for this sort of spiritual dynamic that we're pulling off. And that's a good thing and a negative thing. It's good in the sense that our emotions are very light. So like ballet, we can kind of dance around the energies as we need to. It's unfortunate because our energies are light and they need to be handled carefully and they can be blown really quickly left or right. So they're flexible for a high performance, but they must be managed and cared for today. Now, by tonight's sky, emotions will become even more vulnerable, I think, and require extra protection or love. So it kind of crescendos into a note. In 24 hours, we have a solar eclipse. So this is like kind of in the, at the end in an orchestra where it's like, like reminds me of cartoons. But it's going to be intense. So it may require, in other words, you got to baby yourself a bit more. You got to be there for yourself a bit more today than you normally are. Now let's look at the ruling chakras. The first is I feel. Okay, so we want to get our feelings in order. Recognize the third chakra is lit up today, doing a lot of the spiritual work. It's pulling in the past. It's changing fate. It's projecting into the future. The third is pretty powerful. It's where a lot of our energy comes from, and it's very, very passionate today. So if you need to balance it before you leave the house. And if you need extra aid, wear yellow. Then we add Mars, step 9. So our Mars is lit up. Red is lit up today. And so what it is that you can see we are ready to act red on our yellow emotion. Ready to act on our emotion. So there's this ready to act. And this is where you have to kind of pull yourself into the master vibration, because we're all hyper doggies that want to hump each other's legs today. And so you just have to manage yourself as the animal that we are, that we've incarnated into. And what happens is when you act on your emotions, you become green, you become. And obviously, you want to light your heart chakra up. You want to bring love in the situation. But I become is step 11. So we become this whole thing. Isn't it interesting? I just realized this today when I was doing the graphics. That, because I'm learning too with chakras as we go, that on a master step 29 day, it's basically a stoplight, red, yellow, green. Those are the three colors that light up. Very interesting to me. Human beings, we don't even know what we're manifesting down here, sometimes I think. And it's all tied to our chakras and whatnot. So let's look at Planet Soup. What is God cooking upstairs for us today? Well, we're at the final degree, step 29 of the Sun in Libra. It's going to be an intense final accord here. The universe is doing it with a lot of, fanfare. And we have a solar eclipse in 24 hours. Now, on the last day of Libra, remember Mercury is retrograde, so our thoughts are at this day reconsidering a decision that we once made. And we might, I think that retrograde is a temptation in a couple of ways, good and bad. Just because we reconsider doesn't mean we go with it, by the way. So to reconsider might be you second guessing and doubting. And in those cases, you have to ask your heart. Your mind is liquid right now, not because it's supposed to change everything, but it's supposed to remain flexible and allow yourself to reprogram it. However, your heart, the sun, is the master. So stay in the heart today. Venus is one step behind at step 28. So as we call it in and become, which is what the step 29 note is, we're calling it in from the universe. Venus is sealing the deal immediately, and these two are going to be making love for several days. We'll be talking about that in tomorrow's planets. The moon is in Libra. It's emotionally delicate and quite sensitive today, and it can add a lot. It can also give you incredible diplomacy if you can find that emotional reserve of the Libra moon. And in 24 hours, what's so fascinating is after all this crescendo and this reprogramming of our giving and receiving in the sun in Libra, the universe gives us a very powerful solar eclipse tomorrow afternoon. And this eclipse is going to really seal the deal and draw some deep boundaries for ourselves. So I'm curious if it's all internalized the next 24 hours or if we have something going on in the universe that externalizes it. Then Neptune is blessing us. He has just stepped back into step 4 retrograde, which means spiritual miracles are happening. Spiritual miracles. And like I said yesterday, spiritual miracles always happen. But on this particular degree, I find a lot of incredible moments of fate happen, things like that. So we're entering into that strange time. And then finally, Mars, the aggressor, and remember, the ruler of 9. So Mars is 9, 9 is Mars. Mars is at step 27, the Grand Master step of 9 today. So Mars is in its purest Grand Master form. And on top of that, Mars is conjuncting God today. That's right, the galactic center. Mars is at step 27, Sagittarius. And if you're wondering where God lives in the Zodiac, God lives behind step 27, Sagittarius. So it's very interesting. I have a lot of friends and colleagues, and also I have clients who were born literally Sun, Sagittarius, conjunct 26, 27, 28, like people who are just wanting to hang out with God their whole life and just surrender to it. But today, Mars and the galactic center is conjuncting. Now, the galactic center is where all the hoopla was with the whole Mayan shift in 2012. So it's kind of interesting because here on this day, Mars is tickling this spot and kind of bringing that moment to light. And it's also interesting that Saturn, of course, is heading for Sagittarius in the galactic center in the future. So as of Christmas Eve. So we got a lot of interesting changes ahead. So that brings us to today's, whoops, wrong button, God. I always get ahead with my left hand. What is it? That's my spirit hand. I brought in the ocean for you folks today. I think it helps, the sound. It really helps. There. I call step 29 the synergy energy, and synergy is a magical kind of thing that happens with energy. That when you I can't remember the exact definition, but basically you could take two people with certain energy and add them up, and it's, let's say, 10. But if they fall into a synergy, it would add up to like a 12. Because once energy starts to flow and can work together, then they work greater than the two sums together. So we can kind of get into that synergy. And this is like an opera where we hit a massive note today. And this note might be internal, external. It depends on where you sing the note. But you definitely have to be prepared for the note. And I've chosen these surf images because I really think step 29 is about surfing the energy. So let's look at how the energy stacks up real quick. First of all, this is the final note, so things will be very passionate today. And don't forget the moon is in Libra, so things are going back and forth, very easy. We're very delicate. Our artistry is here, so it's really the best kind of vibration to pull off a great move, especially in the final note of Libra, right, to have it all right there. But it does make us a bit sensitive. So before you leave the house, make sure you step 20, which is to feel and protect your feelings, and to be in touch with your feelings, and to make sure that they're whole, because you don't want to hit the waves feeling like crap. Okay, we want to hit the waves today feeling whole. Then basically we stay in the posture where we act. We put it into some sort of motion. We move into play. We get in the water. So to me, step 9 is when we're paddling and we are waiting for a wave, and we basically paddle onto that wave. Step 9, we act. So today you'll jump onto some sort of board, you'll jump onto some sort of wave. And of course, when 9 and 2 add, we get the consciousness of I become, which is Virgo. So the energy turns into Virgo. That's reality forming right there. If you want to know your consciousness and how reality forms, this is the moment, step 29. So 11 is reality rising out of it, okay? You get these two, and we talked about this before, but like when a cell divides and all that stuff, and Gemini and blah, 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 blah. But what happens is that we become, and it's we become, because now everything is plural. Now it's us in the ocean. Now it's us in the universe. Now it's us in the team. Now it's us in the chorus. Whatever your us is, it is an us thing, and it takes the us energy to be abundant. So this is how manifestation happens. So we become what we have acted on. We become a surfer. We become this moment. And this is the final moment. So the step 11 is like the surfer getting on the board now. Okay, trying to stand tall in integrity. Whoa, right? Trying to catch the wave. But where do you stand on the board spiritually, emotionally? I think if you ask servers, they stand in the 2, one more step above. They are in their emotions, riding on a pillar of their own, not a pillar, riding on like a ball, you know, riding on a ball of emotion that's standing on their 2 feet, that's standing on the board, that's rocking with the ocean, that's on top of the passion of being alive. This is the moment we all live for. This is the greatest kind of moment. And you may not live it in this perfect sense of this image today, but you will live it. So prepare, my friend, and I'll be back with just a little bit more advice for the surf of the day after this.
Are you tired of being codependent? Have you ever wondered why you're always cheating? Why do you have to always mother everyone you date?
I understand.
The biggest problem usually is people choose the wrong person. Are you ready to find out the truth? Yes. In just one video, you'll understand what you're looking for in love and what you offer. You send us your date of birth, we send you a custom video that's all about you. We call it Secrets of Birthdays, the Love and Lust Report. Find out your birthday secret today, available online at secretsofbirthdays.com.
And here we are back at the beautiful soulmart.me, where you can find a number of products and services that will take your spiritual journey a bit further. For instance, Secrets of Birthdays Love and Lust Report is available. These are edited by myself, by the way. I run your date of birth information and then put together this video. One of the most interesting pieces in this video is I will identify the pattern of your students. And a lot of people end up dating their students. That's why I help you to eliminate that option. More details are at secretsofbirthdays.com. Also, if you have a Megascope Monthly, I would take it out and watch it. This next 24 hours is profound. It's extremely important, and it may last a decade or 30 years or more. That's because we have several cycles and circles that are wrapping up at the same time. If you join our email list, I'll send you a coupon for $3 off any video at soulmart.me. And for a limited time or while limited supplies, if you buy a 1-hour reading with me, yours truly, you will get a free 30-minute follow-up. We do it with the coupon code. This is excellent for a first-time reading. If your heart needs a little guidance in this profound change we're about to go through, come on down to soulmart.me. I would be happy to be of soul service. And that brings us to today's gong. So today I want to give you just a little advice on what to tell yourself as you are out there surfing the waves. It's what got the Brits through World War II. Keep calm and carry on. And if you think about it, I think keep calm and carry on is step 29. 2, keep calm. 9, carry on. Right? Is how we keep going. So, you know, some of us are new at surfing the possibilities out there. Unless you're in drama club, you're not particular, or a politician. None of us are great at managing emotions and bouncing off of things. Some people won't even bounce off anyone. It'll all be internal today. But if you are not good at standing in that top of that pyramid in the emotional ball of that 2, we'll just keep calm and carry on. One step at a time will get you there, my friend. And focus on how you feel today. All right? Stay in the integrity of who you are. I think that's all I have to say. And rock it. In 24 hours, we have a solar eclipse, which will be even bigger wave than this one you see. So just be true to yourself today. But before you dive into that wave, let's take a look at the moods of each of your brothers and sisters and where that wave may test them today. That's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about where that wave may test them today. I want to give us a little bit of a moment. I have a friend out there who said, I miss Scorpio. So I'm taking a little break here and going, Scorpio! Cloudy, chance of storms today. There might be a test of total personal faith and it's versus reality. So hang in there. It's just a test. This is only a test of the spiritual emergency broadcast system. Step 1, the Leos. Sunny, chance of mind games today. It's a test of attitude or legal affairs with this final 29 degree. Step 2, the Cancers. Cloudy, chance of anxiety. It's a test of emotional security today. So your ability to stay secure and feel secure. Step 3, the Sagittarius is cloudy chance of anxiety today. It's a test of your social reputation or perhaps friendships. Step 4, the Aquarius is sunny chance of anxiety. Also with all this energy, it's a test of belief or life purpose for you, my friend. Step 5, the Geminis, showers, chance of temper tantrums from the inner child. It's a test of self-love or your creativity today. Step 6, the Librans, cloudy but feeling cool, actually. They got all this energy in their sign. Happy birthday to the Librans, by the way, your honors. Cloudy but cool, but it's a test of your defenses, maybe a test of your patience, you could say, or a test of your character through the day. Step 7, the Pisces. Showers, chance of storms, I think, for the Pisces. They're not liking this sort of heavy weather, but it's a test of personal trust or integrity. That's why. Those storms might be tummy aches. Step 8, the Capricorns. Sunny, super sharp today. It's a test of your dedication or commitment to something. You're good at that, but not being forced. Step 9, the Aries. Cloudy, chance of love trouble, but it is a test of personal relationships today, after all. The Tauruses, step 10, cloudy, chance of anxiety. It's a test of health or lifestyle balance. And finally, the Virgos, step 11's, cloudy, chance of pissiness. Look at that. I don't have the right icon there. It's supposed to be test of self-confidence, or could be a test of something you are producing, just so you know. All right. So let's take it now to the Lightwalker Parade and see what we have following this episode. For one, healthy weight loss supplements right now with Venus Prime Health with Damon Perry. Googleisterones. God, I couldn't say it in the show either. But this is something that will help you lose weight, and it's organic. Circle of Wisdom tapes today. I'm excited with Master One Feather. We're going to talk about the baby boomers, and we have a special guest that's going to talk about baby boomers and where baby boomers have come. This is in response to Jupiter in Leo. You can come on down to tweettalk.tv if you want to join the conversation at 5 p.m. Eastern. And we also have taping today, Modern Mommies with Alexa Moore and Jennifer Perry. Wow. Sorry about that, folks. Mercury retrograde. and that's taping today at 7 p.m. Eastern. And the ladies will be talking about the recent Ebola scare in Texas and how close to home it really truly is and was. And if you are watching on YouTube, we say please be kind and do subscribe. It helps us actually with our YouTube. And on Facebook, you can be our friend. Just navigate to soulgarden.me and you'll be taken to our Facebook page. And if you come down to soulmart.me, you can shop for those goods and services, and you can join our email list. We do ask you, though, that you tell your friends and family about us. If we've touched your heart, if we've been there for you, thank you so much for sharing us with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, etc. ahead of time. We are quite grateful. And that brings me now to today's Song of the Day. And today's Song of the Day is very appropriate, I have to say. I put this song on at times when I really needed a pick-me-up, and at times it's pissed me off. So it can trigger my inner child or it can inspire my inner child. You just got to try it. But the song is very passionate and it's quite good. It is from the Some Nights album of Fun, Carry On. Carry On, how appropriate. And this song really does help you carry on. So if you're having a hard time, listen to the song today. It will help you carry on. All right, my friends. Well, good luck surfing that wave. I'll be back in 24 hours for the Solar Eclipse special. We got an even bigger wave coming up after this one. So call today practice, if you will. And I'll see you in 24 with more. Until then, I love you and live, love, be. Oh. This is just so ironic. So